Hi, my name is Ashton, and I am very excited to announce that I am now at the anniversary of when I started my YouTube channel. When I started my YouTube channel, I wasn't really sure what was going to happen with it. And even though I have a very small number of subscribers, 180 as of the day of recording, I have continued to keep this up with almost weekly uploads, and I have found it to be a very rewarding experience. When I started this channel, I really did not know what I wanted to do with it. This was not something that I had been planning for a really long time. I never made another YouTube channel that I tried and I failed. This was it, and the thought kind of came out of nowhere. Or so I thought. But we'll get to that. The initial reason why I made this account was because I am a writer and I had this project of 31 tales for Halloween. I wrote them back in 2021, and when I wrote them, I said, okay, I have 1 year to edit them and to put them into a chapbook so I can release it for the month of October. 2021 goes. 2022 comes about. It is once again October, and I have not touched those stories. Okay, I have 1 more year. 1 more year. I'm going to edit these stories. It's okay. And then I'm going to put them in a chapbook and I'm going to release them. Suddenly, it is September of 2023, and I've not touched those stories. And I'm so mad at myself at this point. Just like, you've had 2 years to work on these. You have not done anything with it. You said that you wanted to be a writer and that you wanted to start getting your work out there. And you haven't. It took you no time at all to write those stories. Why are you not editing them? So instead of giving myself 1 more year of grace, I said, you know what? I'm going to create a YouTube channel and I'm going to upload them on there. And it will be kind of fun because this will be a way where I finally have to look at these stories. I have to edit them and I have to put them out there for people to see and for people to judge. Scary. But I did it. I went on to Skillshare. I watched a video series about how to start a YouTube channel. And one of the tips was to literally just record any video just to kind of get the nerves out of the way and to just put it on there. I think that video has maybe 50 views right now, and I want to watch that together. It's like 45 seconds. Why, hello there. If you're watching this, then you are probably very misfortunate or very good at searching the internet. This is my first YouTube channel. I think you can probably tell by the fact that I have no idea where to look. But hey, you're here and I'm here, and I'm excited to see where this journey goes. My name is Ashton, and I will be sharing with you my original horror stories, doing some Write With Me videos, and talking about writing in general. I'm really excited to see where this journey goes, and I appreciate you taking it with me. Okay, wow. That was only a year ago, and I can't help but think about how young I look in that. I was very obviously, I shot it in the same exact room as I did then. I can't remember if I did it on my computer or on my phone. I think on my phone. And I said that I wanted to talk about writing in general, do Write With Me vlogs, and I was going to upload my original horror stories. I don't do Write With Me vlogs, and I don't really, like, I talk about writing to an extent, but not really. I realized just a few months ago that this channel, that I really needed to figure out the direction of it. And honestly, that is the beauty of starting a YouTube channel and not having very many followers, is that you kind of get to experiment with what you're doing and how you want to present yourself as a content creator. When I went into this, like I said, I had no idea what I was doing apart from uploading 31 tales for Halloween. And I also did not really understand making anything through Canva. I didn't understand how much editing goes into making sure that you can't hear the smacking noises in these videos. And yet, I decided to just jump into it. And let me tell you, there was no time to second guess whether or not I was being foolish or not, because uploading a video every single day, it is very much dipping your entire body into the fire. Like, there are some of those videos that I remember I had no idea that you could stretch an image to expand the entire length of the video. So you can see like mismatches in it, and like all of the imagery was just really terrible. And you know what? I love that. It's so cool. So during that time period, I realized that it was okay that I didn't really know what I was doing, because I was developing my skills every single time that I sat down on this computer and I started to record and I started to experiment and to see what worked for me. It felt very good to finally get my stories out into the public and to get to engage with them in a very unique way that I had never really experienced before. What I didn't expect to happen was for people to reach out to me and say that me starting a YouTube channel was encouraging to them and they wanted to get back into their YouTube again. I didn't expect that I would fall in love with the sound of my own voice narrating and to want to potentially pursue that as a career of narrating stories and doing audiobooks potentially. It gave me so much self-esteem and really helped me get over that whole fear that I had of having people see my face and connecting it with my writing. I always thought that I would be one of those people who would use a pseudonym. Now you get to see me, and that's really awesome to me. During that time, I also applied for a job where they asked me if I had any experience using Canva. And I didn't even know that the types of jobs I was applying for would even care if I knew how to use Canva. And through that, I learned that I actually have a talent for making newsletters and creating images that people can interact with and enjoy. My friend Kayla, who started her YouTube channel back up because I started mine, I didn't know when I started my YouTube channel that I would get to work in a writing collaboration with one of my very good friends and get to read her stories and engage with them in a very unique way. I didn't know that I would be working on my interviewing skills. I didn't know that she would be reading my stories and that she would be also talking about them and getting me to start learning how to talk about my stories with more confidence. And I also didn't know that my friend Andrew would reach out to me and say, hey, I've been wanting to start a supernatural podcast. Would you be interested in joining? And do you have another person that you think would be interested in doing it? I never thought that I would be doing a podcast, and especially not on the supernatural, and yet here I am. All of these little experiences have really changed how I view myself and made me feel as if there is a whole world that I had never explored, and expressing myself creatively and stepping in front of the camera. I now have so much more confidence in showing up as myself authentically when I used to bury myself behind what I thought other people expected of me. And what I've learned during this time is something that I have kind of kept secret, even to myself to an extent. And that is that I kind of like having my face in front of people. I kind of like expressing myself in this medium. And I don't think that I would have been able to admit that out loud without having gone through this. When I made that video initially, I made fun of myself so much for me saying I'm excited to see where this journey goes. I think I say it twice. I didn't really catch it when I was listening to it this last time, but I know that that was something that I joked about. And the amount of self-respect that I have gained for myself has reached a very new height. And now when I see that, when I look at myself on the camera, even in photos that are outside of this, it's nice to look at myself and say, that's me. And that's what I look like. Sometimes the angle might be bad. Sometimes the lighting might be bad. But it feels like I am really connecting with a part of myself that I kept dormant for a while. So if you are thinking about making a YouTube channel, but you're not sure what you want to do, or if anybody would even care about what you're doing, I would really encourage you to look at yourself and say, what can this do for me? This isn't about people looking at you. It's not really about making money, even though I would love to be able to make money from this one day. It is about exploring you and gaining confidence. I know I've watched a couple of other videos where these other people have been offered jobs specifically because they have a YouTube channel. You really have absolutely no idea where this will take you. I really, we listened to it together. I thought that this was going to be a writing channel. And the more that I get to know myself, the more I realize what I actually want to be doing is vlogging. And I want to be sharing my life and how I juggle all of the mass multitude of things that I'm doing, and kind of showing you the behind the scenes of what it takes to be a writer, what it takes to do my 600 goals a year, and all these other little, I don't know, shenanigans. I'm still figuring it out. But I know that making these types of videos is probably one of my favorite things that I've started doing. And it all started with an idea to just get my stories on the internet. I didn't know what I was going to do after October when those 31 stories were over. But I'm still here, and I would really encourage you to start today. See you in the next one. Bye.